Ah, okay. Tell me more about that. How do you do that? Because we are the types of people that want to know everything now. Like, please tell me everything now. I want to be business partners now. Like, do your due diligence as fast as you can. Let's do this quickly. How do you give each other space? Do you like set time limits or what do you do?
Well, the first question I would ask everybody that's in such a hurry is, what are you in such a hurry for? You know, why is everybody's hair on fire? And I think that's probably one of the biggest challenges entrepreneurs have because they're generally wired to move fast and make decisions and action, action, action. And so sometimes we're our own worst enemy. And that's why I really, for me, one of the best things I do in my day and the best things I've done in my life is take the time each day to be quiet and to really divvy up and focus on what you want to accomplish. And that takes time. It,
So
you know,
impressive to hear you say that because I was just saying at the beginning how insane your resume is. And you're like, oh, wait, just chill. Like, I have everything has clocks on it for me because I always have issues with time. And it's so funny for you, the person that has done so many things, to be like, oh, just relax and take your time at it. It's not what I was expecting at all. Can you just tell me a little more about how you know that that's sort of the right method for you?
I think when we're in too much of a hurry, we get out in front of ourselves. And then when we're out in front of ourselves, we don't make good decisions. And then one bad decision leads to another. And then the momentum comes with that I'm in a hurry, I've got to fix this. And then you make mistakes, and then you're trying to cover up the mistakes you made. And before you know it, you're in such a tangled web over here that nothing's getting done, nobody's winning, nothing's getting accomplished. Versus if you will live both personally and business wise, I say, live a well paced life.
Hmm.
Give yourself the time you need personally, give yourself the time you need as a business person to navigate and matriculate through life. And it's just like the tortoise and the hare, right? Who ends up at the finish line first? It's usually the guy who's really just taken really quantifiable and purposeful and focused steps and just sticks with it every day that ends up at the finish line and ends up at the finish line profitably versus the hare that gets there, has made all these mistakes, wasted all kind of burn money, and they get to the finish line. They're stressed out, they're personally in bad shape, their relationships are generally in bad shape, and their end product, whether it's a product or a service, usually isn't as refined and well thought out as the person who took the time to go through that process.
So if we can, I know we have to start wrapping up in just a minute, but if you can give us sort of one lesson, right? I know I'm going to ask you the one thing that they're going to do in a week, but I want like one overarching lesson because I feel like you've had just such a breadth of different businesses, different work. What's like a lesson that you really, really learned that they can take right now and be like, okay, overarching lesson. Thank you so much, Annie.
I think the most important thing any of us do in our life is to determine who our true self is, what our true essence is, and admire that and embrace it and honor it and live and be from that place versus what others want you to do, what you think others want you to do, what you think the trendy thing to do is, what you think the cool thing to do is, what you think you'll feel more worthy about, what more people will like you about. Those things won't get you where you want to go. So, really, to take the time to live from the inside out and decide who you are and what contribution you want to make in the world.